Hello, Oracles. Well, the Master Plan Part 3 release date has officially been announced by Elon. So, as many of you have guessed, it is Investor Day that we will be finding out about Master Plan Part 3. So, what are they going to be getting into? How is this going to be affecting the stock along the way? We are going to get into that and some information that President Biden gave us on the State of the Union address last night as well. We'll go over all that in just a minute. All right, first off, I want to start off by thanking all of you guys who follow me over on Twitter. Yesterday, we hit 2,500 followers over there, so thank you all so much for that. And here it is, Elon tweeting out Master Plan Part 3. The path to a fully sustainable energy future for Earth will be presented on March 1st. The future is bright. We don't know yet specific timing of the day, what's going to happen, if they're going to do a live stream, if it's going to be all day long, which it very well may be. So for me, I do not have that day off. Otherwise, I would actually be down there myself. But as I discussed last night, I'm really just kind of saving up my money because I do want to go down to Austin for the Cybertruck delivery event and be there for that. Again, whether I can get in or not, it doesn't matter. Being able to hang out with the community would be pretty awesome. So that's going to be very exciting on March 1st. I will do whatever I can to do coverage for you guys. If I have to take the day off itself just so I could be here for a live stream and we'll stream all day long, so be it. I will do just that. And so now some questions that we had recently are, how is the stock going to react going into Investor Day? We didn't know a lot about what was going to be going on for Investor Day. So the questions were, well, is this enough excitement to have the stock run into Investor Day and then sell off and have a sell the news situation? Is Wall Street actually going to understand what is going to be transpiring at Investor Day? Well, some of these questions can be answered, but Corey Steuben gave us a little insight as to what we could expect as seen right here behind me. And so if you look here at the background for the entire Investor Day event, it's this very strange shape, which looks just like a gigacasting. Imagine that. So, very good, astute observation, Corey, on this one. And so now we can start putting the pieces of this puzzle together. So Elon is talking about energy and the sustainable energy future. We've got Corey pointing out that the background for this is all about gigacastings. We know that Elon before had said that Master Plan Part 3 was all about scaling to extreme size. And now we've been seeing tons of gigacastings piling up at both Berlin and Austin. And now maybe it's just me, but looking at the picture here that Connecting the Dots had put up previously in that video with the Cybertruck, that gigacasting may be for that vehicle on the left. Is that gigacasting actually for a vehicle that they are currently producing? Or is that going to be the gigacasting for Gen 3 platform? If that's the case, and they already have thousands of these built, are we going to see the Gen 3 platform vehicles coming a lot sooner than expected? And so, again, these are just the little pieces of the puzzle that we're putting together, scaling to extreme size. We know that Tesla's mission statement is to change and convert the entire world to a sustainable energy future. This looks like we're about to hit that tipping point, and this could also be why Elon said that he can foresee Tesla becoming more valuable than Apple and Saudi Aramco combined. Because previously, if you're comparing Tesla, a car company, to Apple, which Tesla, a car company, is really a tech company, especially when you're looking at it through Elon's eyes, where it's tech, AI, and all of that, that is potentially going to be bigger than Apple by itself. When you start factoring in energy, that is going to overtake the Saudi Aramco portion of things. So when you put energy and the automotive piece together for Tesla, that is going to equal Apple and Saudi Aramco combined. This is where Elon sees this all coming from, and this is what he's been talking about all last year. Obviously, there was other things like Twitter and stuff that came up that he had to focus on, but obviously he's clearly thinking about this all the time. And because he mentioned it last year, this is what they were coming to. So he just had to finally put all of these pieces together, but he finally saw that clear picture last year that this is a potential. Now we're going to find out all of that information on March 1st as far as what is that roadmap to get us to a point where the company is worth more than Apple and Saudi Aramco combined. To me, that is what we are going to be seeing on Investor Day. You can let me know in the comments below what you guys think, but putting those two pieces together is going to be massive. Now, whether Wall Street's going to understand this or not is a different question. sometimes we can have Wall Street understand what the long term implications are of this and intentionally do things like sell the stock off so that they can buy in lower because they see what is potentially out there in the future and they want a larger return on their investment. So they bring down the stock price in the near term to buy in lower. That's a lot of times the way the stock market works. So, how we're going to trade into that, I don't know. That is 3 weeks away. We have a lot of time between now and then that the stock could do many different things. And as of the time of this recording, we're down about 0.5% pre market. So, which way we're going to move, I don't know. Again, we've talked about it. There's a lot of stuff going on in the macro. The president had the State of the Union address last night. We'll get into some of that in a minute. But with all of that, not sure, again, where the stock is going to be moving in the near term. But this information we're getting about Investor Day makes me even more excited about the long term and where we are going in the future. And speaking about the future, we've got Ron Baron coming out saying that he can see Tesla being worth $1,500 by 2030. We know that Cathie Wood has a price target of $1,500 by 2026. And now, me personally, I have a price target of around $1,500 for 2028. So that is right in between 2026 and 2030. So again, there's a lot of people out there. You talk to a lot of other people in the community, a lot of other analysts that are out there, and they do see a very similar number sometime in the later half of this decade. And that's truly what I look at is where's the majority of people thinking we are going to be going in the future from all different areas and viewpoints. And many people are seeing we are going to be moving in that direction. So then you just have to ask yourself the question of, well, is that going to be a good enough return on my investment to buy at the prices now, buy lower, buy whenever? That is totally up to you to make for your own self. You have to make that decision. But seeing that potential return on that investment, that's nearly a 10x in the next 3 to 7 years. So is that going to be a good enough return on your investment? You guys can answer that question down in the comments. And one of the things that shows us where the future is going for electric vehicles is what we heard in the State of the Union address by President Biden last night. And as Gort tweeted out here, we're building 500,000 electric vehicle charging stations installed across the country by tens of thousands of IBEW union workers. Biden, his master's voice. So, regardless of the union piece of things or not, this is where the government is funding the future is in electric vehicles. So, this is one of those signs that tells me this is the direction that we are going. And one last thing to add, Zhongwen 2005 tweeted out CPCA 74,000 new energy passenger car exports in January, including 39,208 units of Tesla China and 10,409 units of BYD Auto. So, as he says here, Tesla accounts for more than 50% of total exports coming out of China for new energy vehicles. Now, one thing to remember when it comes to new energy vehicles over in China is new energy vehicles also include hybrids. Battery electric vehicles, that's BEVs, that is battery only. So, when you see NEV, that includes hybrids, BEV does not. So, a lot of the BYD vehicles that are being sold are hybrids. So when I get numbers that can differentiate between the two, and when we get information that shows where Tesla stands versus BYD's battery only vehicles, I will share that as well because that's important to see. And in my opinion, we are going to be seeing all battery only electric vehicles in the future. So these hybrids are going to end up going to the wayside. We will see how the future plays out on that standpoint, but it looks like that will be the future, and hybrids and these BYD numbers with hybrids will be dwindling over time. So overall, this is awesome and exciting news, finally getting some more insights as to what we can expect from Investor Day. Let me know in the comments below if any of you guys have gotten the invite to there. Looks like these invites are going out. People are getting them and responding. So again, if I end up getting one for some reason, maybe I'll figure out how to get down there. If not, I will definitely be trying to figure out how to do some sort of live stream to share it with you guys, because I think that this is going to be that next big stepping point for the future. And as Eric Kessler shared here, Tim, how about an Investor Day 2023 celebration? I'm preparing for Elon formally filling us in on the Highland project specifics. I gave up drinking 28 years ago, but I occasionally will wine and whiskey taste with my wife. So I plan to toast Elon on his announcement of status. So honestly, I'm not a big drinker myself, Eric, but seeing this Highland Park whiskey here, I might go out and get myself some of that as well and celebrate that day with you. So I'm very much looking forward to sharing all of this with you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for your support. If you have not hit that like and subscribe button, please do so, and we will see you in the next one.